Imagine waking up thousands of years ago with absolutely no one beside you. There were no houses, hospitals, supermarkets, or police to protect you. Every morning began with the same question: would you survive today? Food was never guaranteed. Water could be miles away. And predators were always watching. A single human was surprisingly weak against the wild. Humans had no claws like big cats. We had no massive jaws like wolves. Our greatest weapon was something completely different. It was our ability to work together. And that ability may have changed the entire human story. Because humans eventually discovered something powerful. Surviving together was easier than surviving alone. The ancient world was not built for human comfort. A human walking alone had to watch everything. A movement in the bushes could mean food. Or it could mean death. Even sleeping was dangerous. One person could not easily guard a camp all night. But several people could take turns. While one watched, another could sleep. While one searched for water, another could gather food. Suddenly, survival became a shared responsibility. And shared responsibility created something new. It created trust. But trust had to begin somewhere. Imagine finding another human after days of traveling alone. Would you run away? Or would you realize that you both had the same problem? Neither of you could survive forever alone. One person could carry only so much. Two people could carry twice as much. One person could track an animal. Another could watch the surroundings. One could care for an injured companion. The other could return the favor later. Every successful partnership made cooperation feel safer. And cooperation made larger groups possible. That was the beginning of something much bigger than friendship. Humans did not suddenly wake up and decide to create tribes. The change happened slowly. Families stayed close because children needed protection. Hunters stayed together because hunting was difficult. Gatherers stayed together because the wilderness was unpredictable. Older people carried something valuable too. They carried knowledge. They knew which plants were safe. They remembered where water could be found. They remembered dangerous places. So staying together meant keeping more knowledge alive. And knowledge made the group stronger. Soon, the group itself became a survival advantage. A group could do something one human could not. It could bring down larger prey. It could build a stronger shelter. It could protect children while adults worked. It could defend a fire. And fire was more important than warmth. Fire meant cooked food. It meant light after sunset. And it meant predators could be kept farther away. But protecting the fire required cooperation. Someone had to gather wood. Someone had to gather food. Someone had to watch for danger. Eventually, living together created more than protection. It created habits. People learned who could be trusted. They learned who was good at hunting. They learned who knew the land. They learned who could make useful tools. They also learned who could care for others. These roles did not need written instructions. People simply watched, copied, remembered, and taught. Over generations, those habits became traditions. And traditions gave groups a shared identity. They were no longer just individuals sharing a camp. They were becoming a people. This is where the idea of a tribe begins to make sense. A tribe was more than simply many people together. It was a network of relationships. Families were connected to other families. Hunters depended on gatherers. Adults depended on elders. And children depended on everyone. That made cooperation deeper than simple survival. People began sharing stories around the fire. They remembered ancestors. They remembered victories and disasters. They remembered places, rules, and lessons. And shared memories helped hold the tribe together. So why did ancient humans start living in tribes? Because alone, humans were vulnerable. Together, they became far more capable. They could share food. They could protect children. They could protect one another. They could preserve knowledge. They could pass that knowledge to the next generation. And every generation could improve what the previous one had learned. That meant the group could become smarter than any individual. This may be one of the greatest secrets of human success. We did not survive because humans were the strongest animals. We survived because humans learned to become stronger together.